Today's lesson is changing direction. Last week, all we talked about, which piece of this? Which piece have we been focused on? The slope. Which piece is the slope? Don't say X. Which piece is the slope? The M. It's attached to the X. It's not the X, though. Okay? We've been focused on the slope. Today, we're going to focus on the B, and the B is the Y-intercept. Okay? So right here, I want you to write. The B is the Y-intercept. Now, when we were doing word problems, it was the one-time fee or the starting amount. But on a graph and on coordinates, it's the Y-intercept. So, let's talk about what a Y-intercept is. What does it mean to intercept? Kind of like crash into. For those of you who are football players, what is an interception? You take it, right? So the Y-intercept is where the line touches or crashes into or takes the Y-axis. So everybody knows that there's a Y-axis looking like that, and there's an X-axis that looks like that. So all you're looking for is where does the line touch the Y-axis, and that's your answer. That's why this is so easy. Okay, so when you have a line on this graph, everybody look. Let me zoom in. Right there. Do y'all see this line? Right here. What is it doing to the Y-axis? It's touching it. It's intersecting at it. It's intercepting. Whatever word you want to use. This right here is the Y-intercept. So all you have to do is find the Y value of that number. And that's your answer. It is the easiest thing ever. Okay? Do y'all remember in stat that I told y'all it solved for slope and Y-intercept? So you're just going to use the B instead of the A. Okay? The other thing you need to know, let me zoom out so y'all can see. The Y-intercept is where a line crosses the Y-axis. I just went over that. It's the value of Y when X is 0. So if I was to graph this picture right here, this right here is going to be the Y-intercept. And I can tell you why. It is the value of Y when X is 0. So if you look at the graph I drew a second ago, does everybody agree this is where X is 0? So this would be 0, whatever, say 2. So the Y-intercept is always where X is 0, and then the Y has a random number, okay? So what is the Y-intercept of this table? 1. Could you go put this in stat and it tell you that it's 1? So I'll show y'all. You don't have to do it. You can watch if you would like. If I go to stat edit, we've been doing this for the past few days, and I put in -2, -1, I'm only going to put in 2 coordinates, and I go to stat calc option 4, it's going to give me the slope and the what? Y-intercept. What are we talking about today? The Y-intercept. Did I get 1? Yes. So your calculator will also give you the answer if you need it. But when you can see when X is 0, the number that's with it is the answer. You don't even need your calculator. So look at the next pair of coordinates. Do you need to put this in stat, or can you see the answer? Right here, that's your Y-intercept. How do I know? Because X is what? That means that that's going to touch the Y-axis at 2. My answer is 2. Again, guys, if you don't understand that, then you're going to have to use stat. I would have to make a table and go like this, just like we did yesterday, and I'd have to go put it in. It's going to tell me that the Y-intercept is 2. All right, on a graph, am I doing rise over run today? I don't hear y'all. What am I looking for? Where the graph touches the what? Y-axis. So I'm going to take my highlighter. If you don't have a highlighter, no worries. And I'm going to highlight the Y-axis. And I'm going to ask myself, where is this line touching the Y-axis at? Do y'all agree it's touching right here? Then that's your answer. You just have to count where you're at. This is the Y-intercept. but I need a number for that. So what is this number right here? Here's the x-axis. What is this number? This is 0. So what would this be? Is it positive 1? Negative 1. What is this? Negative 2. What is this? Then that's my y-intercept, negative 3. So you will have to count today, but you are not counting a rise and a run. You're just counting where you're at on the y-axis. Okay, let's look at the last one, guys. This is your last example, and you're on your own because this is so easy. Where am I looking for? Where the line touches the y-axis. So here's my y-axis. This is my answer. Do y'all agree? So I have to find out, where am I at? Here's the x-axis. So what is this number right here? 0. So where the x and y-axis meet, you're at 0. I am up 1, that's positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, positive 4. So if it's above 0, it's positive. If it's below 0, it's negative. You do not care about slope today. You do not care about slope due today. I don't care if it's a positive or negative slope. Okay, I'm going to show y'all something on the board real quick, so I want y'all to look. You can have a negative slope. Here's my x-axis. Here's my y-axis. I can have a negative slope. Everybody agrees slope due would say nice negative, yes? But the y-intercept is above 0. So it's a positive number. So where's it at? Positive 3. I have students every year tell me, but Ms. Castro, the slope is negative. They are correct. The slope is negative. The y-intercept is not negative. The y-intercept is because it's touching the y-axis at positive 3. Please do not mix the two up. Does everybody understand? All right, your assignment is posted in the Google Classroom. If you need stat, you can use it. You're looking for the b, but you shouldn't need it. If you can see where x is 0, the y value is your answer, okay? I also have extra graph papers over here. If you lost your helmet paper, it needs to be turned in by Friday.